All right, this week's free stock pick from greatstockpicks.com. We haven't sent one out in a while, so I've been waiting to find a chart that I like. As far as the daily candles go, most of what we do in our chat room is based upon what we find on an intraday basis. We do start each day with a list of charts that look okay, maybe for a bounce play, something like that. Like a Macy's, you've got 4 days down in a row, down to an area of support around 22. So we might have that on long watch tomorrow for a bounce. But it's really hard to call bounce plays on these free picks that we send out in an email, because it's still going to depend upon how it trades on an intraday basis. Having said that, that leaves us with, for our free weekly stock pick that we send out to our email list, that leaves us with having to find a chart with a pretty clear trigger price and hopefully a decent stop price. And as always, we'll say it's what we call here today is going to be predicated on the assumption that we're going to somewhat of a normal open in the market and in the stock we're calling. So like ATPG closed at 1751 today. We're assuming it's going to open somewhere around there tomorrow for this to work. And if it doesn't, we make adjustments in our chat room as we go as to whether or not we're going to trade it. Okay, so anyway, having said all that, here's the chart, daily candles here. Nice gap up, and yes, we've called this one before. A nice gap up to 1840 back in early January. Okay, so about a month ago. Now it sold off, bounced, put in a nice little base here. Looked like it was rolling over and then right back up. Took out this high today. Took out this high from about a week ago. So today's high 1765. So we like it tomorrow, which will be Thursday, if it breaks 1765. So 1766 trigger. If it triggers in the first 5 minutes, we'll have to revisit it. A lot of whippy nonsense goes on in the first 5 or 10 minutes, so we'll see. Also, if it gaps way down and then triggers, it may have run too far. So again, a lot of our decisions are made after we see how the market opens and our stocks open. But as a general rule, if this gets a fairly normal open and doesn't trigger in the first 5 minutes, we will buy this, or I will buy this around 1766 if it triggers. Okay, if it gets to 1766, maybe we make a run to 18 and maybe we retest 1840 tomorrow or over the course of the next week or whatever. But I'm looking for an intraday trade. I like to go to all cash by the close. So, and you go to intraday here from today, kind of had a nice long base. My drawing tool going here. Kind of had a nice long base here. That's not what I wanted. This was the opening 5-minute candle today. So nice long base in the afternoon. So if we do get to 1765, which would be up here tomorrow, somewhere around here, my worst case stop is going to be probably 17, right below 1740. I'll use Wednesday's base. If it breaks down below that, I certainly want to have a stop in place. So that's the worst case stop. Usually we'll come up with something better than that, again, based on intraday candles on what it does tomorrow morning or tomorrow if and when it triggers. So there you go. ATPG trigger price 1766, and as always, we'll follow up tomorrow night with a video, kind of an after the fact learning tool for those not in our chat room, to show you whether or not we traded ATPG and how we traded it. So have a great night, and we'll talk to you tomorrow night.